Okay, I just want to talk about a strange email I got today from an old friend back in Canada about cults and being brainwashed, saying how she was so sorry to see that I'd joined a cult and that basically it was bad, and the whole message was, of course, in the name of caring and concern and love and hope and shit like that. And I get a lot of comments like this, obviously, from all kinds of people on the internet. And it's really interesting. This is all, of course, with regards to Destiny. And it's interesting how people will basically simply slander by using the word cult or a word like brainwashing, and just use these words basically to assume that the connotation of the word, as people commonly connotate it, as being bad and evil, will just say all that needs to be said about the group. They'll simply call it a cult and hope that other people who have also defined the word cult as a bad, evil thing will just catch on to that connotation and assume with that person. And obviously, the word is not, I mean, that's just how people color it in. No word is good or bad. And if you actually do some research and look at the word, you start to realize that everything in this world is a cult. I mean, a cult is really just a group of people that come together to support a point. And people do that with everything. I mean, the entire money system is a cult that everybody's in because everybody uses money. I mean, people do it with everything. We do it with fashion and food, sports, music. I mean, everything. So the question really is specific. It is, what is the starting point of your cult? Because if you really look, all these cults that exist in this world today are not questioning the current world system and all the abuse that is allowed to exist in this world and working to correct those points. Every cult that exists in this world is simply serving to keep people distracted and entertained, and in that giving permission to and allowing all the abuse that exists in this world. Whereas Destiny is a group or a cult that is actually working to expose and end all of the deception and abuse that exists in this world. But of course, people never go into that point. People will never actually get specific about what Destiny is actually doing because they'll tend to not actually research it, but rather just go on assumptions that they themselves make up about Destiny and then comment based on those assumptions. I mean, nobody is actually going to come out and challenge what Destiny is actually standing for. Nobody's actually going to come out and say, "Oh, end all abuse." No, I don't want to do that. I only want to care about myself. I mean, end all abuse, what the fuck? I mean, nobody's actually going to come out and say that. But that's what people don't realize when they're speaking out against Destiny, is that's what they're actually saying. They're saying, no, all the abuse and the world as it currently exists is okay, and I'm all for it. I accept it. I allow it. That's really what a person is saying when they're speaking out against Destiny. So, I mean, be careful, people. Do your research. And then you have the people that, when they do try to go into the specifics, will simply claim that Destiny is something that it is not. And it is only fools that will not do their homework and not investigate thoroughly that will actually fall for that kind of shit. And why would someone not investigate thoroughly is because they don't want to know. They don't want to know what we're actually standing for. That's why all the cults that exist in this world are keeping people distracted and entertained the whole time. Is because people don't want to know what's going on in this world. They don't want to work towards a solution. But this is what we're doing at Destiny. I mean, we're all taking self-responsibility and working on bringing about a solution where all life is valued and all are able to live a dignified life to stop all abuse for all of time. So, please realize when you're speaking out against Destiny and calling it a cult, what you're actually speaking out against. Because I have absolutely no shame. I mean, call it a cult or group or organization, whatever you want to call it. I have no shame to say that I'm in this group or cult that is supporting the end of all abuse in this world, that is working to stop all abuse and ensure that all can live a dignified life. I have no shame in saying that. Why would I? Is the word cult that evil that it just nullifies and voids everything that we're actually doing? I mean, get specific. Apply some common sense. Be honest with yourself. Have a look at what the fuck we're actually doing and what the fuck we're actually saying at Destiny Productions. Get real.